I dropped it down to 75. Whether it makes it that far or not is beyond me. It probably won't. But, and I put the remote control back on top. That way you don't lose it. Let's see what the... Okay, so I'm working at 87 degrees at 53% humidity. It looks like it's only 88 outside, almost 89 outside, so that's really not a bad day for this time in Texas. So I'm going to continue my work. Okay, I got all of my spackle areas done, which is good. And the whole ceiling is smoothed out. Yeah, here I thought I could go a little faster, and that's not a good idea. But it's going to be painted over anyhow, so that won't matter so much. I'm sorry about the jiggling. I'm holding this by hand. I should have brought down the gimbal, but I didn't. Oh, I see I missed. See, this is where it's good to go back and inspect, because I missed a couple spots. So, and yeah, I see I missed a spot here too. Right here, I missed a spot. It's not too bad, considering all that I had to do. And I did the kitchen wall, and it turned out really nice. And really, I did not have to go behind the stove, but I went ahead and did it anyhow. The reason not is because I'm putting tiles up there, but that's okay. I still, you know, have to figure this thing out and reattach the vent hood. I got a vent hood for my donor RV. So there we go. There's all my spackled areas. All done. I just missed those two spots, so I have to go back and get them. And then I get to start on the wood putty, which I'm going to use a new sander for, not a different, but a new sander, because this wood putty sticks to the sander. And this big thing right here, I don't know. I'm wondering if I should put another layer of putty over it, a spackle, I mean, and then use the big sander, because it still feels like it's indented. And I could use the real sander, the bigger sander I bought, to flatten that out with. So there was a big chip missing out of that wall, and the wood putty would not stick to it. Okay, and of course, where did I lay them? I kind of cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. This is going back, and I bought a mouse about a month ago and I couldn't find it. For some reason I brought it in here. I don't know why. A computer mouse, but it's not very good, so I'm returning it. Of course, I'm wearing my mask and my safety goggles. I'd wear the other kind that closes your eyes in completely, but I sweat too much. So, and got to dump these 3 bottles of water I have back here. This right here is rust remover. This is, I don't know, something or other. And I do recycle, so I have a bag around here with recyclables in it. Oh, right here. So I do recycle my plastics and my papers. The front's still kind of a mess, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. That thing says 87. I need to put the fan back in front of it to allow the air to flow back through. And then I'm going to work on these areas. You know, I just wasted a couple of hours worth of time. I don't know what I was thinking. This is wood putty, right? This is a putty knife, right? Why am I using the sander to sand off this putty? Look at that. How stupid of me. And then I could take the sander and smooth down the little nail holes, instead of getting putty all over the sander thing. Oh my gosh. I swear, some days I just don't know about myself. I'm not too sure what's under that one. sorry. This nail hole or a blemish? I guess it's a blemish. Yeah, I think it is. So, I could have been done by now. Such a silly, silly person. Okay, this I don't want to come off. Oops, I'm sorry. This I don't want to come off completely because I want it to fill in the holes. So I'm being very careful with that part. There we go. And nope, it took it off. I thought this stuff would dry, but it doesn't. So be very, very careful. I bet I'm gonna knock the whole darn thing off. Nope, I left some good. Sorry, I'm doing this by hand holding the camera. I don't want to. I just wanted that section of wood that was missing filled in. So, yeah. How easy is this? Oh my gosh. I've spent hours on this side and hours on that. Using the sanding bit and then cleaning the putty off the sanding bit. Oh my gosh. Now the sanding bit was needed for the spackling, but not for the putty. Oh well. Okay, so back to work with me. Okay, so yeah, it only took me a few minutes to get the wood putty off with the putty knife. I can't believe I was wasting all that time. It was so silly of me. I just wasn't thinking. But anyhow, yeah, I kind of cleaned it up a little bit because it was getting a bit too messy. So I have my goggles over here, which really I can't wear because I sweated them so bad. But they're here in case I need them. And the AC and the fan. And of course, cleaned up this area. This big fan has a short in it, which is a shame because it's really powerful. So I had to, mess around with that later. Okay, and just my old battery, which I'm not going to turn in until I'm at that point where I need a new battery, where I'm going to start using 12 volt again. My vent hood and pile this stuff over here. Cleaned off this bag of bags. Bag of cleaning supplies, odor, moisturizing whatever thingies, rocks, whatever. Okay, so just my basic stuff, painting stuff. Tools, I put up here, some tools. And then I thought, what the heck, I may as well utilize these for now. So instead of having everything laying on one spot, I put my other tools here. And I couldn't find this one, I needed it. But really, I'm going to need it more when I paint, so it's okay. I got to go home and take a complete shower anyhow. And then 2 tripods up here, one for the camera and one for the phone. Some cleaning rags. Oh my gosh. Why did I waste all that time? The putty knife within minutes. And that up here, that is where there's pieces of wood missing. So I think I'll just... just leave that as it is, kind of form it out a little bit with my fingers and paint over it. So there you go. I'll tell you what, we still got a long ways to go. I still got all this to paint. And I still need to get an electrician in here to check out my power. I would love to have, like I said before, I'd love to have a socket put down in here on the other side, down there, and of course my satellite's right there, so I just have to reroute these this satellite cable, which you can't see, there we go, reroute that satellite cable, and of course, I have my bright light stick in here. It is now 92.7. What time of day is it? I've been in here since like 11 this morning. Oh my gosh, it's 4:16. So yeah, it's time to shut things up. So, and of course my two stoves are here, still waiting for me to do something with them. But I kind of want to get the electrician in first, and then I could finish behind this wall. You know, get the reflectix up, get the fiberglass in, and get the wood put over that, and finish this area. So, and of course the fridge area is finished, other than I want to build a shelf, which won't be any big deal because all I have to do is just put a board over there where you can't see. And I got my big old reflectix in the closet, and then my brooms and just a few other items in this closet. So we'll get there. We will get there. This kitchen's cleaned up a little bit better. I put all the cleaning supplies down on the floor. If I'd have had another bin, I would have put them in a bin. But this is okay. I'll put them on the floor for now. It doesn't matter. And my recyclables and a bucket under that. 2 buckets under that. Extension cords. So, in this thing, of course, when I tried to clean it, I wiped off what the buttons were for. But if I stand at a certain, you know, angle, I can see what they say. I wonder if the camera can pick them up. All right, water level on the first one, holding tank on the second one. Holding tank again. Not too sure. Maybe one's for white and one's for black. That one I can't make out. Not too sure what that one is. That is battery off on. And this is my panel power. Of course, there's no battery hooked up right now, so what does that say? Hold on just a second. You know, use some vinegar water and wash everything down again because everything's gotten quite dusty. And that will also get any extra soap residue that's left behind off. So, this is going to be great when it's finished. I just can't wait. But I have to. So that's going to be a great little living room area. It's going to be so cute. I wish Roper were still around. I was so wanting that for him. But, you know, our little dreams and our little bubbles get broken at times. But anyhow, I don't want to end this on a sad note. So, live the life you love. Thanks for hanging with me. Too bad y'all couldn't have screamed through the camera while I was recording. Hey you, silly you, use a putty knife. Oh well, we live and learn, right? Just live and learn. So, maybe that says H2O. I don't know what it says. I gotta figure it out. Anyhow, again, thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate your support and your words of wisdom. I could have used some today. And, you know, your comments and all that. So I love you guys. So peace out and live the life you love. And we'll move on with the Twinkie. We're getting there. Bye-bye.